Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chapter 21 Inequalities and Regions. Exercise 21D Inequalities involving two variables. Let's see what are the main objectives. The main objectives are to describe an inequality having two variables x and y. This means that they will give us the diagram, and from that diagram we have to describe the inequality. The second type of questions are in which we have to write the inequality for the unshaded region by finding the values of m and c. Means there will be no equation over there. First you will make the standard form of the equation. Y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept, right? I will explain all this in detail with the help of an example, but right now just I want to give you an idea that y is equal to mx plus c. First we will make an equation of this type, and then by looking at the unshaded region we will change this equality sign into inequality. So you are going to have two types of questions in which you have to find the inequality by looking at the diagram. The first type of questions are in which already the inequality will be written for this, the equation will be written for this line, for the slanting line. The equation will already be written. Only you have to change this equation into an inequality by looking at the slanting line. Clear? By looking at the shaded area, by looking at the unshaded area, is it solid, is it dotted? So the simple thing is that this equation will be changed into an inequality. This is the equation of this line. The second type of questions will be of this type. There will be no equation of the line given in the diagram. So what we will do, we will find the value of m, we will find the value of c, and then we will make the equation first, and then we will change into inequality by looking at the unshaded region. So first of all, let's discuss this one. As you can see here, it says x plus y is equal to 2. Keep one very important point in your mind: the y has to be positive, right? If y will be negative, it will be a totally different case, and I will discuss that case separately. So right now y is positive, so only I have to change this equality sign into an inequality sign. Now look at the y values from here. All the y values that are below 2, and here this is the ground that is unshaded, and all the cloud is shaded, right? So we can say x plus y is less than 2. That means only this inequality sign will change into less than sign. Why we have to change it into less than sign? Because if I separate y from here, no need to separate it, only just I'm separating it to explain you. It says x plus y is equal to 2. Now move this x to the other side, so it will become y is equal to 2 minus x. Now how can we change this equality into inequality? By looking at this point. All the greater values of y are shaded and all the smaller values are still there. That means y is less than 2 minus x. But no need to do all these steps. Just look at the y-intercept. What is the meaning of y-intercept? The point where the line is intersecting the y-axis. So this is the point. From here you can see all the cloud is shaded and the ground is unshaded, right? So you can say x plus y is less than 2. Why not less than or equal to? Because it's a dotted line, so it will not be is equal to. There will be no possibility of equality. So you will say only x plus y is less than 2. Now look at this one. First the thing that you have to check, is y positive? Yes, y is positive. What is the next thing? Now we have to change this inequality into less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to signs, right? Now here is the y-intercept. You can see by looking at the y-intercept, we can see that the ground is shaded and the cloud is unshaded, right? So we have to make the inequality for the cloud. That means 2x plus y, now because it's a solid line, is greater than or equal to 2. When you have cloud unshaded, it means it's a case of greater than. When the ground is unshaded, that means it's a case of less than. And how will you put less than or equal to, or only simple less than? Like these symbols you will use when it will be a dotted line, and these symbols you will use when it will be a case of less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. Clear? Let's start this part. I will explain with the help of another example. Okay, let's start the questions from the exercise. Now look at this question. Here it says x plus y is equal to 3. So simply we have to change this equality sign into inequality. First we will check y. Yes, y is positive. What is here? This one is cloud, that is shaded, and this is the ground, that is unshaded. Right? The ground is unshaded. From here, from this point, the upper side is shaded, the lower side is unshaded. So how will you say? We need the lower value. So we will say x plus y is less than or equal to, because it's a solid line, 3. Right? Now pause the video here and solve question number 3 on your own. So here is the answer. X plus 2y is less than 2. It will be less than only because it's a dotted line. Let's start question number 5. It's a special case. Why it's a special case? Because you can see here it's negative y. Right? Remember, whenever we look at the standard form of the equation, it always has positive y in it. Y is equal to mx plus c. So there are two methods to solve this question. Quickly I will explain you. The first method is that you can rearrange this equation. Like it says 3x minus y is equal to 3. How can we make this y positive? That you can move this y to this side and you can bring this 3 to this side. So it will be 3x minus 3, because this is positive 3. On this side it will change into negative 3, and this negative y will change into positive y. So 3x minus 3 will be equal to y. Let's write it again. So it's y equals 3x minus 3. Now change the inequality sign into change the equality sign into inequality. So what is the inequality? Because we have the cloud that is unshaded and we have the ground that is shaded. From here, from this point, we can see the ground is shaded, right, and the cloud is. So it will be y is greater than or equal to, because it's a solid line, 3x minus 3. This is the first method, and I think this is the easiest one. Okay, what is the second method? The second method is like write the inequality normally. 3x minus y, as you were writing in the previous questions, is greater than or equal to 3. But because of this negative sign, we will cross this inequality. We will cross this inequality and we will flip it. So it will become 3x minus y less than or equal to 3. Now both these answers, this one and this one, both these answers are correct, right? Don't think that these are different answers. Actually in this answer we have both the variables on one side and the number is on the other side. So if you will like rearrange this one, it will also become the same. How it will become the same? Like you can move the y on this side and you can bring 3 on this side. Then 3x minus y will be less than 3. It will become the same. So better the method that is easy for you, you can go with that method. But remember, both these answers are correct, right? That's all for this video. I will make another video to explain the other type of questions in the exercise, in which you have to make the equation first, an equation of this type first, and then change it into an inequality. That's all for this part. Hope you understand it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chapter 21, Inequalities and Regions. Exercise 21d. In this is my second video of the exercise. Mainly I will focus on this part of the exercise. Now they will not give you the equation of the line. They will give you just the diagram. There will be no equation of the line. So first you will find the gradient, you will find the y-intercept, you will make the equation of the line, and then you will find the inequality. If you remember, in last video I showed you this slide. Like here clearly you can see the equation of the line is already written over there. The equation of the line is already written over there. Simply by looking at this equation, we can change it into inequality. But in this question, there is no equation written over here. For the slanting line, there is no equation here. So first we have to find the equation, and then we can change it into an inequality. Let me explain you with the help of the steps now. Here is the example. Now clearly you can see this is the line that is separating the shaded region and the unshaded region. So first of all, we have to find the equation of this line. And how can we find the equation of the line? Because the standard form of the equation is y is equal to mx plus c. So we have to find m and c. C is very easy to find because C is called the y-intercept, and here is the y-intercept, means where is this line crossing or touching the y-axis. So it is touching the y-axis at 2. So you can say the value of C is 2. The second thing is, how can we find m? Now m, you can find it with the help of two methods. Either you can use this formula, rise over run, or you can use this formula in which you need some calculations. Quickly, I will explain you both ways to find the value of m. For example, if I want to go with the rise and run, usually if we want to go with the rise and the run, I will take any 2 points on this line, right? And look at this. If I have this point, let's say, I will go straight upward. When I have reached in front of this point, I will turn to the right. So clearly you can say rise is 2 steps because I'm going 2 steps upward. So rise is 2 and I'm turning to the right side. So I'm taking 2 steps to the right side. So the run is also 2. Remember, in any case, if you will rise and then you will turn to the left, then the denominator will be negative. Like the running is toward the left side, then it will be negative. Right now it's positive. So you will say 2 divided by 2, it will be 1. So the value of m is 1. How will you find it? From this point, go upward until you reach in front of this point. It's 2 steps upward, 2 steps right. So rise is 2, run is 2, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. This is the first method to find the value of m. The other method is by using this formula. How can you use this formula? Like the best thing is to get the coordinates of this point where this line is touching the y-axis. So the coordinates here are 0 and 2. And also find the coordinates of the point of where this line is touching the x-axis. Let's say if a line is not crossing, it's stopping over here, then you can take any other point on the line. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can choose any 2 points on the line. It's your choice. The points you like, you can take them. For example, a girl, she wants to take this point and this point. Fine, she can take these 2 points. But what is easy? The easy thing is to take the point here where you have the y-intercept and take this point where you have the x-intercept. So what are the coordinates of this point? It's -2 and 0. Now put these points here in this formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1. So y2 2 minus 0. So you will write in the numerator 2 minus 0. In the denominator you will say x2. This is x2 and this is y2. This is x1 and this is y1. So y2 minus y1 means 2 minus 0 and then 0 minus minus 2. 0 minus minus 2. And you know that minus and minus it changes to plus. So what will be in the numerator? 2 minus 2 is 0 and in the denominator 0 plus 2 is 2. So finally it's giving you 1. So the value of m is 1. So how can we write the equation now? The equation will become, I will erase everything from here and I will write the equation here. So it's y is equal to m is 1. So it means 1x, right? Plus, what is the value of c? It's 2. So 2. Right, you will replace this m by 1 and the c by 2. So we can say y is equal to x plus 2. This will be the equation. Now how can you make the inequality? Actually we are supposed to change it into an inequality for the unshaded region. Clearly you can see the cloud is shaded because this is the upper part, right? The cloud is shaded and the ground is unshaded. So when the ground is unshaded, it means y is less than or equal to. Why do I have to put equal to also with the less than sign? Because it's a solid line. X plus 2. So this is how you are going to solve all the questions. Here is question number 7 from the book. Clearly you can see I have written all the steps here. Better pause the video here. First find the value of C, then find the value of M. Your choice. You want to use the method rise over run. You want to use this method of by finding the coordinates of the any 2 points on the line. Now complete the question on your own. Here is the answer for question number 7. Clearly you can see the value of C, the y-intercept is 1. Then I found the gradient with the help of rise over run. Rise is 1 step, run is towards the right side. So both will be positive, 1 over 1 will be 1. Then I substituted the values in the standard form. It is y equals 1x plus 1, that will be x plus 1. I wrote the equation here. And then by looking at this, because the cloud is shaded, ground is unshaded, so it will be y is less than, because the less numbers are not shaded, right? So y is less than or equal to x plus 1. Clear? Let's solve one more question. This is question number 9. Again, pause the video here, solve the question, find the value of C and M, make the equation, change it into inequality, and then play the video to check your answer. Here is the answer for question number 9. Okay, I found the gradient with the help of rise over run. Clearly you can say see the rise is 2 steps and the run is 4 steps to the right. So it will be 2 over 4, that is half, and it can also be written as 0.5, right? So the equation will become y equals half x plus 2, because the standard form says y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. So we have replaced m by half, right, and c by 2. Then because the cloud is unshaded and the ground is shaded, that's why we have the greater values in the cloud area, cloud region. So we will say y is greater than equal to half x plus 2. Why it's greater than or equal to? Because of the solid line. And similarly, this half can be replaced by 0.5. So you can say both these answers are correct. Either you can keep it as half or you can change it into 0.5. Solve this question number 10 on your own and then play the video to check your answer. Here is the answer for question number 10. How I found M, because clearly you can see I have to rise 2 steps upward and then I have to move 2 steps to the left. So rise over run, if you are running to the left side, it's always taken as negative, right? So it will be 2 over negative 2, that means negative 1. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now let's substitute m by negative 1, c by 2, right? C is the y-intercept, here it's 2. Okay, so it becomes negative 1x, that means negative x plus 2. So this is the main equation for this line. Then because the cloud is unshaded, the upper part, the larger numbers are there, so you can say y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. This inequality can also be written as that if you move this x to this side, it will change into positive x. So you can say x plus y is greater than 2. Greater than or equal to 2. If you remember, in one of my video I explained you that whenever you have this case that you have a slanting line that is touching the positive number here and the same positive number here on the x-axis line, then very easily we can make the equation that is x plus y is equal to 2, right? And then because we are writing the inequalities, so it can be written as x plus y is greater than 2. Oh, it will not be equal to, because it will not be an equal to case, it is only greater than because of the dotted line, right? So it will be x plus y greater than 2, and here y is greater than negative x plus 2. So this shows that sometimes we can save our time just by looking at these two numbers, and we can directly make the equation and the inequality. Clear? Now here is a challenge question for you. Pause the video here, complete this challenge question, and then play the video to check your answer. Here is the answer for the challenge question. Just one thing that I want to make it clear for you. Okay, the y-intercept is C, right? Why didn't I start from here? Because if you notice that I was getting in decimals over here from this point, to get the rise over run, or to use even the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, we need the points where you do not have anything in decimal, like it should have either positive or negative numbers, like whole numbers, integers, right? So I took this point, and then from here I started going upward. So it's 1 2 3 4 steps upward, then 2 steps left. So when its rise is 4, okay, it's here, then the running is to the left, so it will be negative 2. If you will run to the right side, it is taken as positive. If you run to the left side, it's taken as negative. So 4 over negative 2 is negative 2. The final answer is negative 2. Okay, now here substitute the values in this basic equation of line, and then change the equality sign into inequality, because it will be less than or equal to, because it's a solid line. That's all for this exercise. Hope you understand it.